Okay, here it is. So let's go ahead and unbox this and see what we got for our 40 Kmart dollars. Just before we do that, a couple of things I'm going to use in particular is a precision box cutter, just so I don't damage the box, just in case we have to take it back and replace it for another one if it doesn't work properly or something like that. So we don't want to damage the box, just cut the tape. The other thing is it doesn't come with batteries. Batteries not included. So it takes 1.5 volt, or in layman terms, AA batteries. So it takes 4 AA batteries. So we've got those in hand ready to go. Okay, without any further ado, let's start unboxing. Alright, so let's just slide that out, just stick the box up and slide it out. Remember, even more careful because it is only a $40 unit, so it's not going to be a little bit of packing there. We'll just pop away. Now I'll just carefully slide that or upside down for a start. Well, maybe that's the proper way. Don't know. I'll slide this out. Slide it out. And got the instructions or warranty there. I hope you can hear me properly. I'm not mic'd up today, but I'm not far away from the camera. So I'm just going to pop that up there carefully and see what else we've got in the box. There should be a charging unit. If it takes 1.5 volt batteries, why is there a charging unit? Hang on a sec, I better read this again. And there's a little mic there as well. So I'll just have a quick look again at what's in the box. Power adapter included. Okay, so you can take it away from a PowerPoint area. I'm guessing with the 1.5 volt batteries, with the 4 AA batteries. But you don't have to. Doesn't sound like you have to. So you can plug it straight into direct power. We'll put the batteries in this time. We're going to be as quick as we can to try and work out what we have for our $40. Looks pretty smart. Okay, so I'm going to show you I'm going to put up on the screen the manual that comes provided with this. So I'm not flipping through the manual and trying to show you the manual, which you ultimately won't be able to see anyway. So we can go through that. But obviously I did take a bit a study of the manual when I was buying it. First of all, we will need one more thing to attach to put the batteries in. I will need a Phillips head screwdriver. So let me just get that. Right, that was pretty quick. Make sure we're right. Ratchet screwdriver. We shall, so we're undoing that. Take that out. Okay, just flip that up. Right, so once you undo that screw there, and then it's loose enough. Just make sure the screw doesn't fall out on you. Press that. We're going to press this way, so flip it up, press it this way, and the battery box cover comes off, and you can see the fitting area right there. So be as quick as we can here to put some AA batteries out. Yeah, it's just a long screw, a very long screw. I don't know whether that means it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just spinning itself there once it gets in so far. It's spinning itself. Oh, okay, well, it can never be over tightened. Gets in so far and then starts spinning in its own area. Maybe warning signs were right there. Anyway, that's it. It's back in properly there. A bit of a worry. I'm as I move it around, I hear things jingling in here. I'm moving around in there. That's not a great sign. That is not a good sign, I don't think. Okay, so here we go. Just we've got the power button. I think it's this one over here. Yep, that's it. Okay, so just turn this around. You can see that. Put the power button on. Here, that battery cover. I'm just feeling that battery cover in my hand. That's how loose it is. Gravity just pulls it down into thin air. Okay, so we have 4 input sockets down on the front here on the as you guys are looking at it on your right hand side, but as I'm looking at it, it's on the left hand side. Down here you have sockets. And I'll put an overlay up so you can see it more clearly. The first socket, as you can see, is for a DC power adapter, which comes with the unit. And the second one, from memory, is for headphones. Plug it in to have a set of headphones going. These audio jacks, there's 3 audio jack inputs. They're a 3.5mm audio jack input. So there's 3 of those. The first one is for headphones with a 3.5mm audio jack input. The second one is for audio in. I haven't quite worked out why there's an audio in on this, but there you go. It'll be in the manual there somewhere, I'm sure. And then the final one is obviously the microphone with an audio in as well. So that's the jacks. And like I said, I'll put a picture over the top of this for a second. Just the start-stop at the top here. Right at the top underneath the LED display. The start-stop will kill any percussion, any beats, any chords, anything like that. Start-stop will kill that. So right next to the tempo and the lesson tempo and start-stop. The battery box cover is the only thing so far that seems a bit dodgy. Just because of the looseness, and I think that's the rattle in there. I think that's the only thing that's really rattling in there. So, in all fairness, I think so far, it's the battery box cover. I mean, so far for $40, we're going pretty good. Okay, so we're not going to go near the cords for the moment. At the moment, this is the sound we have. So we'll go into the tone. Okay, so we'll go into tone 2. Tone 3, okay, tone 4, tone 5, tone 6. I'll just pull this up here a bit, so you can see it's a bit upside down, but there's tones of these yellow ones. Tone 7, as you can see the display on there. Okay, that's getting a little bit closer to piano. Let's go tone 8. Tone 9. Okay, so volume's over here on this yellow area at the top. So we've got the accessory volume at the bottom. I'll just put that one on the bottom of this. Can be a lot easier. As you can see on the manual that I'll be putting up there, we have the accessory at the bottom. That's the accessory volume, and we have the unit volume, this keyboard volume at the top. So let's bring the volume down a little bit. Okay, so it's telling me over here, bring it down. Okay, well that's in decibels, 8 decibels, not sure. So let's bring that down to about 6. No, that doesn't seem to be coming down very much. I'm going to bring that volume down even further. Let's come down to 4. Wow, that's very low. Down to 2. Two will be acceptable for the moment, I think. Default is the highest volume. Just be ready for that. Get your ear plugs out ready. Particularly if you're wearing headphones. Now, it's got a demo area here as well. Let's hit the demo area. Before I play you something, I just want to check stuff out. I'll hit the demo area. Let's see what we got. Demo 1. I'm not sure how that's supposed to be demoing. If someone doesn't know how to play music, I'm not sure how that's supposed to be demoing there's nothing lighting up here saying, oh, press this key, or you know. All it is, it's no different from just playing the radio. I don't see, anyway. Pressed it again, it's got something else happening. Maybe it's just demonstrating what this keyboard's capable of sound-wise. I think that's the only thing I can think of. I'll play some of these songs myself a little later when I do a thing, or maybe I'll just play something completely different. That might be better. Give it a good rundown. Okay, so it's trying all the different, it's all different tones, so it's trying all the different tones we have over here, and it's just going through them on thinking. So tone 7 here relates to demo 7 on. I'm hearing that with my ear, but it's actually, that's 9, and it's yeah, it's lining up with those. It's lining up with if we went to 0, yeah, it's lining up with the actual tones there. Now, okay, lesson tempo start stop. Okay, all right. So obviously start stop. Now I do remember reading this in the manual the other night, but of course just while the moment. So while it's on, or start stop. Start stop. We'll do that, and that's fine. We also got the tempo in the centre there, so you can quicken things up and run. What's the lesson? Let's have a look at what's the lesson. Lesson. No. Okay. Lesson doesn't seem to be doing it. This is lesson. Lesson. Okay. It's also got a record in there. We won't touch that right now. And it's got play record, just like a little tape deck back in the days. Okay, so we'll just leave that alone. We'll just stop everything there. Off. All right, so we're getting very close to actually playing a song for you, playing a tune for you, and giving it a run and see how we go. So this is really, really interesting. Let me if it plays all right. I'm not sure who on earth would need a dog, a cat, a frog, a duck, and a bird effect while they're playing the piano or the keyboard. But it's there. The kids might like it. The dog works. The duck works. The bird works. The cat works. But who the hell needs that? Who needs any of that? There we go. Okay. Just read the manual. Okay, so that's the drum animal. Okay, so I've got start and stop here. I've got start. Okay, and this is obviously to loop the beat as well. That's all very interesting. I probably won't have any beats to give you a quick sample of me playing it. I'm about to play it, but that's what we get for $40 so far. Good. But let's do some music now. This is the big test. I won't spend all day explaining things, but I'm going to paint the picture about me first for the music side of things. When I was 7 years old, I had a music teacher, and I learned a lot of music, and I basically picked a lot up by ear. I learned to play by ear very young. My music teacher said I was gifted, rah, 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 I told my parents. And I played a lot of shows. They loved my parents, God love them, and rest their souls. They lugged a big new Lowry organ around to different venues when I was 7 years old, and I was playing shows and things like that. That was me. In my late teens, early 20s, I worked at a nightclub at a door. I worked a door outside at a nightclub, and a drunken, irate patron one night decided to get a bit mean and stab me through the hand with a broken beer bottle. Okay, so I didn't present to I had enough work to do and stuff like that. I stopped the bleeding. I didn't present to the hospital for about a week. When I got there, they said, you'll never have the use of these fingers here, these three fingers there. That finger still worked, but it cut all the tendons and stuff. So me being determined, young and determined and everything, I decided that I wasn't going to accept that. I was a long way from the ocean, but I poured a lot of salt into a big bucket each day for about 6 months, and I taped the working finger with the non-working fingers, taped them up, and I used a sponge ball, and I dipped my hand into a bucket of water all day long, and as many times as I could, and I was working the sponge ball, working the working finger, was working the other fingers, and 6 months it took, but eventually I got the whole hand working again. All the tendons grew back, which was some sort of miracle apparently. I was pretty happy about it. However, my music days were over at that point, and it's only recently I've come back to music. So yeah, there's a few firsts happening. Keep that in mind, because what we're doing is we're road testing this as a Christmas gift idea for maybe the kids or a neighbour or a friend or whatever, whoever. It's a Christmas gift idea, so we want to know whether these half-size, quarter-size keys, these small keys, compared to a standard size keys, these keys, whether my fingers at my age, with the history that I've just mentioned, because even though it's a very strong hand, it's actually the strongest hand of the two, because I worked on it heaps. But as far as coordination goes, it's not going to be like it used to be when I was younger and playing them shows. So keep that in mind. If I can play, why I mention this is because if I can play these keys without touching and smashing into the other keys, if I can play something that's legible, that you can hear without smashing into the other two keys too often, then, or at all, then yeah, this keyboard's okay. So I'm a good person to test it out in that regard. The other thing is, quickly music-wise, I'm going to give you one song that I know of, just to give you an idea of how much movement I do have or have not in this hand. It's only going to be a one-hand job. The other hand, which is fortunate, because the other hand, I haven't got a stand for this at the moment. I've just stuck it on the box here to show you. So I'm going to use this hand to hang on to it so it doesn't go flying off the bench. And I'm just going to use one hand at this point. There's no chords involved here. I'm just going to use one hand. So I've picked one song, the very first song I ever learnt when I was like 6.5 years old. And I'm just going to give you an idea of the song that I know. Then I'm going to do something special for you and for me. For the very first time ever, I'm going to play two different songs. I'm going to attempt to play two different songs, one at a time. And I'm going to learn them right here on screen in my way I used to, by simply listening to the tones of my own hum. And key tones on any keyboard, as long as they're in tune, those key tones never change. They always stay the same. C is always C, A is always A, but they never change. So they'll always be. So they're in my head. They're always in your head. As long as you know how each key sounds, it's in your head. So you're halfway there as far as playing something by ear. What I like to do is just hum it out. So if I was doing Waltzing Matilda, I go da 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 da, and I'd be thinking and relating each tone from in my head to the tone of each key, and then I'd play and then I'd attempt to play it. Now I'm going to have the power off when I'm doing that for a few seconds, just to give it a night. I'll try and be as quick as I can to practice and estimate where those keys are going to be. I estimate that I know the first one because I know the song starts in the key of C, and I estimate the other two songs, the two songs I'm going to learn and play straight up by ear in front of you here, they also start in the key of C, and one in particular only spans 6 keys, so in the key of C. So yeah, the other one actually expands the octane. And that's between the C and the C, basically. So yeah, so I'm a bit nervous because A, my hand, B, I haven't done anything by ear for a little while. But yeah, there's two songs in particular, and I'll let you guess what those songs are, and I might say it at the end. But first of all, I'll turn the power on first, and we'll go with the song the tune that I do know. Bear with me. This is the first one I ever wrote when I was younger. Haven't played it since then, and I certainly haven't played it since the hand and everything. But we'll just see what sort of. That's pretty loud. So yeah, so we'll just go. I'm just going to hang on to it. And as you can see there, it's very difficult with these three fingers trying to get them to work properly, but there you go. That seemed to work all right, and that's a bit of a sound out of it. Let's turn the power off now. Yeah, let's turn the power off. I'm going to quickly practice the first of the two songs that I'm going to learn by ear myself and then play in front of you, hopefully. Here it goes. All right, so let me just practice it. I believe they're going to start in the PSC. I'll start with this one. I'll just start it out. Just bear with me a second. Da 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 da. Yeah, I'll just do that again. Da 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 da. That's it. Okay, about the first part of that song. I'm pretty sure. So I'm relating it to the tones in my head, to the tones, the key tones, and I'm starting the key at C. Okay, so now the second part of that little ditty, which is similar to the first part, but it's ending, the end of it's the only difference. So it's da 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 da. Yeah, pretty sure that's how it is at the end of that. And then we've got the midstream, which is da da. So C F. Yep. Yeah, okay, so C, we'll go C, F, 2, so 1, 2, F, 1, 2, 1, 1. We'll go C, F, yeah, yep. 1, 2, 1. 2, 3. Yes, I think that's it. And then I'll end with another ending of the first verse. Okay, that's it. I can't waste too much time. It's your time is valuable. Let's see how I go. There's probably be 1,000 mistakes in it, but let's see how it sounds. Okay, let's have a go. Yeah. Okay, let's start again. Okay. Try that again. Yeah, got it. starting on the wrong key, that's what it was. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's try the whole thing again now. I swapped and started on the wrong key there. I started on B rather than C. Anyway, all right, here goes. I'm going to go slow. I can get quicker later, but this is the first time I've ever played this and just sort of worked it out by ear. So here goes. Okay, pretty embarrassing, but here goes. Let's give it a shot. No notes involved, no nothing. Let's go. Yep. Yep. Okay. And one more time. I'll do that again. And from the top, with a bit of rhythm here from the top. There you go. This so I can do it short notes. That's that one. So let's turn it off. Oh, Susanna, in case you haven't guessed, hopefully it sounded something like it. But that's the first time I've ever played it in my life. Actually only heard it in recent years. And always thinking, if I ever get back to the keyboard or organ or piano, I might give that a crack. So it's sort of in my head a bit, that's all. Anyway, worked it out, figured it out just in a few minutes. Add any sheet music? Nothing. You don't need sheet music. I think all you need to know is each tone, each key tone on the keyboard, whether you're playing a piano, as long as it's in tune, or an electric keyboard, each tone never changes. They're always going to be the same. You know, you might change different aspects of it, but the actual tone itself will never change. So long as you can sort of like use your photographic memory and sort of in a musical sense and know the tones involved in whatever song that you like to play, and you have the same deal happening with your keys, your key tones, then you can marry them to like pretty quickly. Haven't done that for many years, so I'm quite proud of myself about that. Sorry for that. Sounds a bit up myself, doesn't it? All right, next song. Without any power on or any sound, let me just practice something. I think this one's, I'm pretty sure this starts in the key of C because it spans C to C, so it's an octave. So to start with, so let's just do that. I think it drops down to A and then up to F maybe. F. Yeah, do that again so it comes back up. We're dropping back down C. Yeah, and then down to A. And then back up to F. Yeah. That's probably going to be the most similar tone, I think, to that. And we sort of ended off with down there, then we're going to be down here, go all the way back to F, and then this time we've got the next one and back down below C, and then we come back up and we finish on C. All right, I think I've got it now. I think I have. Here we go. Okay, here we go. I'm nervous about this one as well. Bear with me. Hands are not smashing in too much into the other keys, so so far it's a great gift idea. For $40, what? For the kids or something, you know? It's a pretty good gift idea. If these keys are big enough for me to play, anyone can play. Anyone can play. So, all right, so what I might do is I might lengthen the tone on this one. Yeah, I don't like that sound. Let's go with 0. Let's try vibro. Let's lengthen that a bit more. Okay. It's a bit piercing, isn't it? It's a bit piercing. So very piercing. Okay, that might do. It's going to scare the hell out of the neighbours, but that might do. Okay, so do I remember what I just practiced? So what I figured out in keys. Okay, so it's octave first, and hopefully it all kicks in from there. But let's just see how it goes. Just hanging on to it with my left hand. Again, if you just join the video, I'm hanging on to it with my left hand. There's no chords being played here. I'm flat out holding this steady while I'm doing this, and it's just a matter of seeing. It's just about seeing how it's going to play, and whether I can actually play something by ear. So I've played the first song by ear, learned it and played it in a few minutes. I've now hopefully learnt this song, which I've been meaning to learn for years and years, but I never did. So here we go, and hopefully it'll sound something like the song. So here we go. I don't like the sound on that. That's a very piercing sound, isn't it? Very piercing sound. I like the sound. Very piercing. Okay, so we'll just go from the top quickly on that one again. I think that sounded right. I don't know whether that sounded a little bit like Over the Rainbow, didn't it? Hopefully. We'll see how we go with the rest of it. Hopefully I've worked it all out. All right, C to C, so octave to start. So A, F, go. All right, there you go. 2 songs led by ear, figured out and build it out. First time ever. Okay, no instruments. Now, as far as the fingers playing together goes, if my hands, in the condition they are, of my age and everything, are not smashing into the other keys, this is perfectly all right. This is good value for $40. This is excellent value for $40 from Kmart. For a gift idea for the kids or anyone of any age. I'm going to have a bit of fun with this over the next few weeks. So yeah, stick around and watch out for the next video because there might be a little bit more on this thing. But yeah, the ANKO was a Kmart brand, the ANKO Electric Keyboard. Thanks for joining me.